Yo.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Udi Francis.
And this is another edition of Welcome to My Hood Film. This is actually the first of 2 or 3 we're going to do called Welcome to My Holiday Hood Film. You've seen us do this in the past. We've done this with Soul Food. We've done this with, what was our holiday? What was our Christmas one?
It was something with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother.
Oh, yeah, and he was like giving back.
And we did Friday After Next.
And Friday After Next, right. Yeah. You're right. So we've had several holiday hood films outside of Halloween in the past, and now we got another one. It's not technically a holiday film.
We're building up to it, folks. We're doing a thing.
Right,
and it will make a lot more sense the next time around. So think of this as part 1.
Exactly. So that's what's going on right now, and we're definitely going to have some fun with this.
And if you're really about your hood films, you already know where we're going as soon as you say the freaking movies. Like, I see what they're doing. But keep going, my brother. I'm just saying, like, you're
good.
Fans, like, I see what they're doing.
Yeah, you're good. We usually, we're gonna do something unprecedented on our show, so stick around to the end of the show. Definitely write in the comments once you hear about what movie it is, if you want to chime in or agree or disagree, whatever you feeling, hit us up in the comments, and we will get back to you at the earliest possible time that we can. Anyway, so first, before we even introduce what movie it is, we got to introduce our guest, because as you already know, we're not doing this just to watch our films for ourselves. We're doing this to put the world onto the hood, one film at a time. That's what our podcast is about. We show hood films people who either seen little to no hood films in their life. You know what I'm saying? So I guess right here. She already started laughing. She was like, wow. Wow.
I should have told you that. I told you, my bad.
Oh,
I did not tell you, my bad.
It was just like, yo, you want to do a podcast? Yeah, cool, come through.
Yeah. I did. I've been doing that a lot. Listen, I'm busy. Hey,
yo, come on, fam.
Zoe Levy, hi.
Yeah, there you go. So it's Zoe.
I don't watch many films in general, though.
Okay, that's
really?
fair.
Okay.
She's a busy woman.
I watch TV shows sometimes.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, like we talk about TV shows. Yeah. Well, and Girls Trip,
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That by default might be the hoodest film you've seen till today, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you ever? You probably seen it.
I think it's either pissing.
What before this podcast? What was your idea of a hood film? Did you have an idea of a hood film? Or did you even know it existed? The genre? No, it's okay.
Not really. I mean, no, I knew it existed as a genre.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't watch many films. I don't think about films much.
Okay. Okay. No worries.
Like, I never got into the classics.
Okay. All right.
I get a lot from a movie when I watch it. It's just not something I do.
Yeah, you're not going out.
She's not going to the theater.
I haven't seen the Barbie movie, you know?
I mean, I haven't yet.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting to rent it, but
I'm not current. Like, the last film I watched was like an indie movie film that someone like important to me recommended. Like,
it was like, you might like this, you know?
Yeah.
What was the movie?
I forget.
They recommended it. What was it recommended? I mean,
that's crazy.
It was alright, whatever it was.
You don't even remember the title. That means it wasn't all right.
No, it was.
Who was in it?
It wasn't like that. No, actually, some big. Hang on. I can figure it out.
Okay.
I can figure it out. Give me a minute.
You wanna introduce the movie?
Yeah. We're gonna while you're figuring that, while Zoe is figuring out what movie it was she was put on to.
Yeah.
We
put in March, by the way. Last one I watched was in March.
It was March of this year? Oh, okay. Well,
I really don't watch
she might forget what movie we put her on to.
No, the best. No.
It was, we put her on to the legendary classic known as The Best Man.
Yes.
Best Man is a pivotal film in black cinema due to the fact that it was an all-star cast of, at the time, it was it was basically all up and coming big name black actors. Some you've seen before, some you were getting to know, and they made it work. They made it work so much it had a sequel.
Yeah.
And then they made it work so much that it had a TV series that followed the sequel years later.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity.
2 time skip stories.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? One, the sequel came out 16 years after the original, you know?
Yeah. So. It was supposed to be a third movie. It would be a trilogy. It got canceled.
Okay.
They were too busy. What was the movie?
Certain Women. Kelly.
Oh, I heard of
Kelly
that.
Reichardt.
I heard of that.
Certain
women.
Okay. Yeah,
it's like in the South. It's like a tangled web. 3 women who like
I have heard of that movie, so I know what you're talking about. But yeah, you really don't be fucking with movies like that. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
He said, "You really fucking with movies like that."
You're from New York, so did you? You probably didn't see the billboards we were seeing in the Bronx. You're from Manhattan.
I'm from Tarrytown, a little bit north of the Bronx.
That's not Tarrytown is passable.
Yeah, no, I know, north of the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to stop by. She need to stop by for gas, Mark. It's like, no, you can't stop
Like,
here.
you can't stop here.
White Plains is about as far we're gonna stop before we get to Tarrytown.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
Hey, I don't blame you.
this movie, The Best Man, came out October 22nd. Actually came out in 1999, so we thought it was 97. It came out October 22nd, 1999. Filmed in New York. Basically, was in New York.
East Coast.
The budget was estimated to be $9 million. The worldwide gross after everything is $34,573,780.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
we don't say that often. We don't say that often,
ladies.
ladies and gentlemen.
There's money to be made. That's
Usually,
insane.
we say the budget and we automatically know that they lost it.
Yeah.
And these guys and girls
Wow.
on the
That's
opening.
like $8 million of a pure profit.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: opening weekend they made $9,031,660.
They made a
in
production
the U.S.
back?
Yeah, they made the
Damn
production
near
back and then
almost.
some.
900 million?
No,
Nah,
9 million. Sorry, 9 million.
okay.
Yeah. They made their
That
money.
makes sense because I remember.
Yeah, they
In
made
the
their
first
budget back.
weekend.
Yeah, in the first weekend.
That's
First
crazy.
That
weekend.
makes sense because this was like I remember it coming out like this is the one.
Yeah, yeah,
Like all like the
It
wood.
was really well done.
It is
It was
well
really
done.
entertaining.
yeah.
like
It
the
was
wood
really
is
layered.
good, but it ain't this.
It ain't this.
And I have to remind myself, oh, this is why there's a fucking television show that years after the fact that came out. Oh yeah, because this shit is kind of fire.
Exactly.
It's kind of fire. That
Exactly.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, big name movie. Some of the stars, just in case you weren't aware, was Terrence Howard. We had
Yep.
Taye Diggs,
Yep.
Morris Chestnut, Nia Long, Harold.
Mia's Mia, probably.
You said what?
Mia's Mia.
No, actually, she's not.
Oh, never mind.
Mia is Monica Calhoun.
In her defense, there's so many people in this motherfucking movie.
Yeah.
Like an insane
Yeah.
amount.
She was for you hood film people. She was Ebony in the Players Club. Anyway, we also had Sanaa Lathan, Melissa De Souza, Harold Perrineau. I know I'm killing his last name. I'm sorry, Harold. You a legend, brother. And Regina Hall, just to name a few. There's so many more. But we're not gonna name all of them.
Harold,
But-
whatever her last name, I can't say it. Nigga from Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
He's
in
great.
it.
Oh yeah, that's
Black
Harold. That's
Eyes.
Harold. That's
Okay,
Harold. Yeah.
yeah.
And also Malcolm D. Lee, Spike Lee's cousin.
Cause I didn't even know that till I did the research for the movie.
Yeah.
That's 40 Acres and the Mule, which also did that Tales from the Hood trilogy.
Yeah.
Spike Lee's just racking up coins.
Racking up coins.
That's why he's able to go to these Knicks games and not care about getting washed.
Yeah.
Right in front of you, because like I'm financially secure. So whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the fun of it at this point.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Simon to the game because we know these niggas gonna lose. So what it is, what it is. It is what it is. Fine. I've
Yeah.
accepted it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so that's what happens, and he was actually in the movie too. He played MC, unless they meant the DJ, but he played MC. So yeah, he got a little credit as an actor and the director and all that stuff.
Okay.
But so we always gotta ask on this podcast. We're gonna ask you, in your own words, can you give us a brief summary of what you saw tonight on this film?
Yeah, take your time too.
Take your time, sister. Take
a
your
lot.
time.
It was so much to it, but basically, it's long story short. It's a writer. He's like a novelist. His first novel's coming out. It just got picked by Oprah, so he's about to blow up. And like you meet his girlfriend, but you can tell there's some tension there, or that he's not really crazy about her, and she's sort of like an accessory to him. Like there's like a weird power differential at play with the two of them, where she's like sucking up to him, and he's like, glad I could make time for you. That's like the vibe I'm getting. It's kind of tragic. But he's going to this wedding, and she's obviously threatened by something. Like they just like set up so much drama, and then you watch it unfold. It's so interesting. Yes, it's about this like college group, and the people are like dating, like who's with who, and one of them is like a famous football player. It's 4 boys.
Yes.
Yes, 4 friends.
4 men. Yep.
And they all have women? No, then the player doesn't. The fuck boy doesn't.
One of them doesn't. One of them's
Terrence
in a
Howard's
bad
a fuck
relationship.
boy.
Yep.
One of them's in a bad relationship. The guy from Lost is in a bad relationship.
Bad relationship, yep.
He has great cheekbones. I just like to say
He got range. She's good.
He got range.
Yeah. And then there's like the two like main ones basically. Like those other two are like supporting roles, but then the main ones are like the football player who's like the minor of the main.
Yeah, because he's the groom. Yeah,
Lance.
Right.
He's the
gonna get
groom.
married. Yep.
And he's like, he's like a really hot football player. He's like really good looking. And the other one's more like a nerdy intellectual one.
Yeah. But he's ripped for no reason too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's like ripped, but
He's ripped, yeah.
But he's like still like tall and lanky in his own way. He was like that build. The other guy's like, but in a good way.
He's not a monster, but he's like, he's definitely going to the gym for no reason.
For no reason.
He's a football player.
No, I'm talking about the writer.
Oh, the writer. Yeah.
The only thing I could assume is he was coming from he's a writer from, it says he's from Chicago. So
never mind. Oh yeah.
He lived in the South Side maybe.
Yeah.
He had that's the hood. So he had to fight. We're assuming, folks. We're not too sure.
He was a little Dirk in them.
Yeah, she's keeping all them boys.
But the main point of contention is that like the book that's coming out like is like basically based on this friend group and all the drama. Like he's airing his dirty laundry but trying to dress it up as like in characters, but everyone like knows who they are. And the book wasn't supposed to come out until after the wedding, but like this like very Jordan, who's like pursuing the writer the whole time.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, she like got the copy and passed it around to everyone, so everyone knows.
Everyone knew, except
and it all blew up.
Yep, except Lance, the groom, and then he found out and then got crazy.
He actually read.
Yep.
No, the writer was like, he doesn't read. And
he don't read.
He's like, I didn't tell
that was great because that's how arrogant you are. Like, you don't know that, you idiot.
I mean, but there's also.
He doesn't read what his friend wrote.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's also an assumption to be had that sometimes when you do like we have podcasts, we're entertainers, excuse me, and you be like, you tell your friend like, hey, come watch me do 5-10 minutes. Yeah, I'll come out. And then the day you see them come, you're like, oh, I really didn't think they would show up. That's probably how we felt.
When someone tells them they're gonna come,
but you pivot on the joke, just don't do the joke then.
Right.
Don't do the joke about the friends.
Well, no, I get it, but you get, you get it. Like
no, until I see them in person.
Until I see them in person,
even if they tell me they're coming.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And when they show up, you're like, oh.
I'm the
People
same.
are so enthusiastic the day after, like, oh my god, I'm in Jersey, and you're like, okay, like fine, but like.
That's fair. I'm just saying, you gotta have a backup plan. You just can't be willy-nilly. Whatever.
No, he chose to write the story. That's on him. You know, just like Homegirl said in the movie, you chose to write it. You didn't have to write it
at all
because it wasn't about it wasn't a biography of your life. It was just a story.
Yeah.
But you knew that was the juiciest.
But it brought up the tension.
Right.
It did.
Right.
It's fictitious, and they're like I don't know, like it's sort of like, does art imitate life? Or does
exactly.
It really blurred the line.
Exactly. They blurred the line. So it's like, what are we doing here? So okay. Pretty good summary.
Yeah.
That's basically it. In a nutshell, folks. Fun fact, also, Lance was played by Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut played the football guy in the movie. His position was running back.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it's a fun fact is because one of his first movie roles was Boys in the Hood, where he also played a football player, and it was the same position at running back. Although in Boys in the Hood, he died.
Yeah, it's a variant, bro. It's a different universe.
It's a different universe. Yeah, it's a multiverse.
Showing me Best Man.
I'm not that
Someone
crazy.
almost got beat up.
Cool.
You really nailed it.
Yeah,
it was like a rom-com. It was a dramedy. It brought me back to my, because I watched rom-coms in my teenage years, but.
I saw your profile pic. I saw your stats. Like, she's not doing anything. Like that. She's about to watch his Best Man. Not War for a Mind.
Yeah, black rom-coms or hood rom-coms for that matter are they're a different vibe.
This is black. These guys were chilling. This is a football play. They're not dealing with hood shit at all.
Not so much, but
the Wood is a little more hood than this.
But it catered probably less to the hood and more just to the urban market.
Yeah, definitely.
So not so much like the hood was going to see this, but this was more like we knew nobody that didn't live in the hood We knew people that didn't live in the hood wasn't trying to check for this movie unless they were fans of these actors and
I
actresses.
was also 4 years old in 1999.
That's fair.
Oh, there you go.
That's fair.
That
Yeah.
this movie would mean nothing to you.
Yeah,
You all right?
Exactly.
You all
I
right?
was watching, like E.T.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe.
Oh, no, sorry. I was -1. No, 99. No, yes,
I was
four.
-1
I was
in
four.
99.
No, in 94. No,
wasn't even
I was 4
thought
in
of.
99. Yeah, I was 4.
I was fighting for survival, and then
What's
E.T. came out.
survival?
Yeah, she was
Not
making
even-
her way, you know.
Through
I
the
don't even
wormhole.
think she might have. I don't
I
think you
know.
understand the lifespan of sperm. She would have been.
I was being stupid.
All right. That's on me. You're right.
You about to go full scientist on me, my
I
boy.
was like, wait a minute.
Like at that time, she either made it or she didn't. No.
What the best man does to me, it makes me analytical.
Makes
There's
me
too many
analytical.
niggas, bro.
Yeah. 99. Go ahead.
I think it's really interesting the way like the two main characters were very ambitious and driven. Like one just like came into this big signed this big contract, came into a lot of money as a result of signing this big contract as a football player, you know, a CSO football player. And the other one's like a novel, like he's so ambitious and driven. He's like been picked by Oprah. It's like, you know, that's such a status thing. And the other two, like one is a fuckboy. Terrence Howard's he calls himself a pimp. That's just a
Facts.
fuckboy.
Those are facts.
And like, yeah, he's like, monogamy is unnatural, you know.
Yeah.
Within the writers, like, when you get married, that's the last person you ever sleep with. Like, those are like drastically different. This isn't my point. My point is, one is very, that pair is very driven, the main pair, and the side pair, like the one who's like with the girl who's really mean to him, like she at some point is like, when are you gonna get a career? Stop obsessing over them and get a career.
Yeah.
And then like the writer says to the fuckboy, he's like, you know the strings I pulled to get you that photography gig, like why'd you fuck it up? Or like what happened there?
Yeah.
So like, it's interesting that like it's split 50-50.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that.
It's a lot of,
Yeah.
it's a lot of conflict.
Well, no, like one of my first notes is, well, first of all, is that he's neurotic about how things are placed at the brownstone. Like he's clearly a perfectionist, and that woman like takes care of his home, but she's literally like, you're incapable of being in the present moment, like. And I feel like that's like a metaphor for what it takes to be successful in America. You know, like there's this like hyper productivity. Like even in leisure time, we're expected to be productive. You know,
Yeah,
like we're expected to like push our career forward in some way.
True.
Yeah.
Like there's no time for
Especially the
No
jobs
time.
these guys
Yeah.
are
hyper
doing.
productivity.
This shit was working at BET when it meant something. Like, oh yeah, you definitely under pressure right now. Yeesh.
I mean, that's usually how it is, because it's like when you have those, they always have somebody that has a high profile job, and it's whatever in black culture is fire right now. So at that time, BET was on a different stratosphere. You know, if they said that in a movie today, it would have been like, you still there?
Well, we don't need to do that no more. We got Jordan
Oh
Peele
wait,
making
they were
horror
working
movies.
at BET. Him
Yeah.
and Mia?
You said what?
Mia was. What's the girl? Jordan was.
Sorry, no, Mia too.
No, she wasn't. I don't know what Mia job was.
Oh, Jordan
Yeah.
then was at BET.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Sorry, I thought you meant like the college newspaper.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah.
I can see how you got confused. The
Yeah.
flashbacks were awful.
Right.
Yeah.
All they
were
did
weird.
was make my man
There were
wear
a
a
couple
do-rag. make him
random
look-
sex ones during the wedding. That was
I
weird.
mean, yeah, we don't. That was weird. I didn't care for that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? How old are these people? Was do-rags? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
We live in the
bro.
hood. Do-rag is always gonna be a style.
I guess they didn't have the special effects to like do de-aging. I guess you didn't have it, but I don't know. Give him a wig or something.
Yeah, let them just have
Just
Jerry
don't give him
curls
a do-rag and call
all
it a day.
day. Yeah, they did a flashback, folks, where Morris Chestnut character is literally just wearing a do-rag, which leads us to believe that maybe it was like several years ago.
That's supposed to be them in college. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, we don't know fully.
Okay, so it's supposed to be like 80, 87.
Yeah, that's what we're like.
Yeah.
Is it the
Like
80s?
12
Is it
years
the
ago.
early
We don't even
90s?
know, bro.
Like, we don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
You know, like,
They-
we're assuming.
Well, no, actually, they're getting married, so it's probably like 7 years out of college.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's
I think
probably
they did say like 7 years. 7 to
People walked
10.
around
Yeah,
in
do-rags
her,
was-
they were
do-rags
on
was-
and off.
7 to
yeah,
10.
do-rags was kind of in style.
The
by
same
that
place. So wait, they would have been in college in like the mid 80s.
Right,
no,
late 80s.
late 80s.
Late 80s, yeah.
Yeah, they would have.
Because if this movie is taking place,
Yeah.
if it's supposed to be taking place in '99,
Yeah.
then
They were in
you go on
college
that
in
back, it's like
89.
late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do-rags is
Still, I'm just saying, do more than that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
This big ass dude.
Dude, yeah. Or you could have just got Because they've done it in The Wood, they've done it in Boys in the Hood, they've done it in other movies. You could have just got another black dude that looks slightly similar to Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
To just walk out.
Cast some young lookalikes.
Yeah, young guys in shape or whatever.
I would prefer that.
There were so many random things dropped in though.
Talk to us.
Like the fuck boy, like he's such a showboat. Like you see him, he's like playing that instrument like upside down.
I hated that. I'm glad you talked about that.
The fuck boy was played by Terrence Howard, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And like Harper's clearly jealous. Like the writer's clearly jealous of him.
I don't think he is. I think he does like want what's best for the dude.
No, but like the attention he was getting.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I saw him as the musician.
Yeah.
You know? But then the fuckboy, Terrence Howard, was like he was basically being like, I emulate Harper, you know? Like, I wish I was more like this, more driven. And he's like, you think I'd fuck around with women if my mom didn't leave me? He said something like that.
Yeah, that was
that effect.
That was wrong.
Rando.
Yeah, that was mean. Like, don't say that.
Rando, though.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But that's just such a big thing to drop and then just leave. Like,
that's why he cursed him out later. He was building up.
Yeah, it was building
up.
But
Fuckboy had some knowledge, though. He stopped him from getting killed.
He knew, because...
Yeah.
You know hood dudes, man. You know.
And he had the best dialogue in the movie. I didn't know sex was like grass sandwiches. I never heard that term before.
Sex was like what?
Grass sandwiches. He called fucking grass sandwiches.
Did you say why or?
That's just what's nervous.
Okay.
Like instead of saying like horizontal dancing, he's like grass sandwiches. Like wait, okay, I guess you smashing outside. Technically you are making grass sandwiches.
Some shit you Google.
You gonna Google it? I'm telling you what I saw in the movie you got there, like.
Oh yeah, somebody just put, it's a Reddit thing. Sex is a lot like making a sandwich. All right, never mind. We're not gonna deep dive into that.
I don't know why you did it.
Because I thought it would have somebody would have a meaning, you know.
Nah, bro. Come on.
It's fine. Anyway, so was there any scenes that you had to? Because hood films, a lot of things about hood films that they have a lot of what we call. Well, you already know. It's not what we call it. It's just what it's called. Plot holes. So was there any moment that you felt like, why are they doing this? This doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
No, it was just the terms dropped. Like the plot was pretty solid. I thought the plot was pretty airtight, honestly.
Yeah. Despite all the bastards, they kept it straight.
The bitchy girl to the lost guy. I was worried that
Shelby?
Yeah, I was.
I love Shelby.
I just like couldn't play the really bitchy one.
She's so crazy.
I know, she's so mean to him.
She's so mean.
She really, like, she's real abusive.
Yep.
Real manipulative. It's crazy. But no, I thought that she was like a college friend. That was one thing I was just trying to figure out. Like how long,
think
if she was with him when the group was, you know, because clearly Mia and Lance.
I feel like they're not in college, but since it was like at least 7 to 10 years, maybe that year 4 when they're out of college, like, hey, this is a chick. They claimed messing around for a while. It was probably this chick, we know her for a while.
But that's what's interesting because she said, when she kept saying that the boys was like ghetto or whatever, she wasn't referring to like his like kids or anything. She was just referring.
They did bring up a line about her talking about my kids.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was a weird line.
Do they have kids together?
Yeah,
I was like
she was.
I assume maybe he knocked up another chick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did he have like a baby mom that we didn't know about? And she's the new chick in his life.
She was really unbearable.
Yeah, she was.
But she was so
funny.
But she played the part to a T.
She was
supposed to play.
Yeah.
And
no, but I just feel like the men had such humanized roles and the women were kind of.
Yeah, they were kind of. They got.
Like that, like the writer's like actual girlfriend who's not at all into.
Yeah.
Or like seriously, you know, like poses.
I feel like Mia was the bride to be was okay.
She,
her.
But Jordan was the one who had the most.
Yeah, of course, her.
But it was also so interesting that it was told from his perspective. Because for me, rom-coms have always been told from a woman's perspective.
I mean, it's called The Best Man. It ain't called The Bridesmaid. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's a good movie too. Watch that one.
Like,
but you made a good point. I get
no,
you
but like in Bridesmaids, they do flesh out the women, not the men. You know, it clearly was very much about. Like I don't know.
This is The Best Man.
I really like their discussion of. Like you call about Lance, like the football player, and calling him out, being like either you call a woman a gold digger, but you can't handle an educated sister who makes more money.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I want my wife to be a housewife and have kids.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that he an NFL player. My ass is like, nah, we both working, lady. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we both
you
gonna
make
do it.
more money. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll go get these
And
dishes.
no, but they said Jordan, the woman who's really driven, the most fleshed out woman in the, you know.
Yeah.
Who's like pining after the writer. Not pining, like pursuing. I love it how aggressively pursuing him she was.
Yeah, she was
like,
wild
I
out.
want to make love with you.
Yeah.
He said that flat out.
She did.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
that was
ballsy.
crazy.
Yeah, I gotta give her like.
She really.
Yeah.
I admire that upfrontness.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Due to the like, I guess the scene transitioning to like the dark times ahead portion of the movie.
The third act.
The third act,
was
basically
rough.
the climax. He was saved by the fact that his friend beat him up once he found out about the affair that he had with his fiance. But yeah, nobody really.
No, he wasn't, because he still went up after he got his ass whooped.
What do you mean?
He still went to her crib.
Oh yeah, and what they do?
They didn't do nothing.
Exactly, my
Well, you
boy.
didn't do nothing because
They
he fucked
never
up.
did.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, exactly, my boy.
He mad he got his ass whooped.
Who he blamed her for getting beat up.
And he
Yeah.
blamed her. He said, I almost died because of you.
Your
Yeah.
nosiness with the.
Not a panty dropper. Don't say that.
I love that he called the book Unfinished Business, because that was, I mean, most of the movie was like dealing with unfinished business. So it was like
The best man having
right,
to deal with it.
having to deal with unfinished business. Like, oh
But it
shit.
was more like skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
I can't believe he slept with Mia. You're like, is it a forehead kiss? Was it a cuddle?
Yeah, they're like-
I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought up until he said that he didn't fuck this
Right,
chick.
me too. He was so adamant about it.
Yeah,
To his
'cause-
girl.
The book didn't say it. This
Is it
chick didn't
Jordan?
answer the question at all.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
true.
the book
She
did
gave
not
some
say it.
she gave some Jada Pinkett Smith answer. Like, what is that?
That's true.
That wasn't a yes or no. That's all we needed. Why did you say all that stuff?
I think of Jada Pinkett Smith so much from that Girls Trip movie.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was one of the last hits she was in, so I get it. That's fair.
I think it's more just
Well, no,
the
I've
fact
always
that
known her
the
as like a public
situation-
figure, but I
yeah.
didn't like watch much. Like I saw her husband and everything. I loved I Am Legend as a kid. It disturbed me very much, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a downer movie.
It is.
It's a very down. Jesus Christ, yeah.
Such a downer.
He's just
Changed
alone.
the ending from the
His dog
positive ending it was
dies.
supposed to be.
The lion, the deer. It was also sad.
Yeah.
Those mutant things, creepy as fuck.
Creepy as fuck.
Okay, we'll stay on task. We'll stay on task.
No, you good.
Yeah, you good. We got
good.
time.
We all right. Actually, speaking of that, when you said about him going over her house, so I found out when I was looking at the budget, I looked up, and it said an interesting little nugget. So there was a moment where he blamed her for basically all of the bad misfortunes that was happening, and then she smacked him.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, who do you think you're talking to? Yada, yada, yada. And then she was like, now you ain't getting none. You ain't getting no sex, none. I'm going to
She
bed.
was like, no one made you write that book.
Right.
Why do you have to make it so close to the truth?
He actually didn't know the smack was coming in the movie because he didn't know the smack was coming because she improvised it. So she just randomly was like, fuck out of here. So just smacked him.
I love that.
Because she said she wanted him to feel like, yo.
She's like, he wasn't acting strong enough.
Damn.
So she wasn't acting strong enough.
Up.
They did. I mean, listen, it worked.
Curls up on that
Yeah,
little
so
side.
and
That's hilarious.
A lot of movies obviously have improvised scenes, but hood movies improvised scenes are always the funniest because it's like they do something really out of left field and you're like, why did you? Oh, you improvised it. Okay, so that means the hood side of you was just like, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. That was it.
I feel like he needs to be smacked in the scene.
And I think that's
My
why she did
character
it.
would smack the shit out this dude.
Yeah, I think that's why she did it. I think that's what made her be like, yo, let's just
But
do
Jordan, that woman we're talking about, they literally were like, she's so sassy. She's too sassy independent. Women like that don't need no man. The direct quote. They said, she's one step from a lesbian. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
That was wrong. You
I was like,
can't
this
say
is
that.
very 1999.
Yeah. Definitely can't say that.
No, but that's interesting how men are like threatened by like hyper ambitious women. Because she doesn't need a man. Like she could destroy me. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's coming around. Give it another decade.
Give it another decade.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm all right. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'm in different chats, so maybe I'm in the minority. But give it another decade and it'll turn around.
For
What do you
women
mean?
to be able to be ambitious?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, in terms of dudes not caring about that.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yo, you know what I just thought about? Remember?
Let's wait for America's middle class to just get more and more gutted. We'll be like, yeah, a woman can be a high earner, sure.
man.
Remember that movie?
Sometimes a dude want to stay home and just play Spider-Man 2. Fuck it. Like, it's stupid. Why would you not take that? That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you not take that chance if you got that opportunity? If you're making so much more money than me, it's like, you don't really have to do anything. You can sit here and just make sure
my dad was a stay-at-home dad for the first 7 years
There you
of my
go.
life.
There you go.
He loved it. He smoked weed.
Yeah.
He tried to write a book. He never had to write because my mom provided. He like didn't cook. It was pathetic.
I mean, I would cook. That you gotta
He would
cook.
go visit his mother-in-law. No, my great-grandma. He would bring me to my great-grandma in like Deep Queens.
Okay.
Which is sweet, like once a week.
Far Rockaway?
No, but like far for Terrytown. You know. Like for this, like so that was like a good deed of him, where he was like seeing Mama, who years later I found was very racist actually.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, Mama.
Okay, so maybe don't do that, but cook.
Isn't that horrifying?
Yeah, a little bit.
She was so sweet. She gave me candy every time she saw me, and then I heard the worst stories.
You know what else
Oh my
gives
God.
candy? Pedophile sometimes.
She's this nice little Jewish lady whose thyroid stopped working, so she was very pudgy.
Oh boy.
Just picture that, okay? She was 96 when she died. I knew her from 90 to 96.
Well, Grandpa like 96. That's pretty cool. All right, I forgot where.
Yeah, let's get back to the film.
It's okay. I don't mind when y'all derail. We can always just start again. All I was gonna say was, remember the movie How High?
Yeah.
And they was watching the white girls the two white girls in their dorm room watching a movie.
Yeah.
I think they was watching The Best Man, bro.
What?
So remember when the two white girls?
Oh,
Red Man, Method Man ran up on two white girls in their dorm room, and they were like, "Oh, I love his chocolate muscles." Now that I see the scene again when he was in his boxes on the phone.
Yeah, I do remember that.
They was watching The Best Man. That's how big this movie was.
Yeah.
Mainstream wise.
Yeah.
It's so difficult being a woman in comedy.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Oh.
She got
Someone coming for me.
entertainment.
To New
Don't
York.
worry about it.
All right.
They're like, can't wait to see you.
See what we was just talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nice little call back to what we was bringing up before. When you like, yeah, I believe when I see it. When your friends show up to the show, you be like, oh, wow, you pulled up. Cool. Thanks.
Well, I bought a ticket.
Have you ever heard of this phrase, whose man's is this?
Yeah, can you explain it to me?
So you're hearing there like, what does that
What does it mean?
I love it. Because I thought she was saying, yeah, like, I know. And she's like, yeah, could you explain it to me?
When was the last time you heard it?
So I know this girl that's her Insta handle.
What?
Her Insta handle is
whose man's is this?
Okay, now when you click on her,
that's
her page, what content do you see?
Not porn. I don't know. She's a photographer.
I
don't know.
Wait, she's a photographer? That's a damn motherfucker. This motherfucker. Watch your shit. You taking pictures of birds and shit?
Yeah,
Whose
whose man's is this?
All right, we gotta explain it now.
Yeah. So basically, put in the best entertainer sense for you. When you see a comic go on stage and they're telling jokes and
bad jokes.
They're saying bad jokes, but in their mind, when they get off the stage, they come to you and they go, man, the energy in the room is just weird. I'm not feeling the energy. Like, I don't understand it. These jokes killed at the last spot, but here is not good. And then you're like, but you just did like,
but it was the jokes.
Pro-Trump jokes, pro-rape jokes, pro-this, pro-that, like whatever. And then they're like, yeah, that's gold. That's when you look and go, yo, whose man's is this? Because they acting up, they tripping.
That's what that means?
In a sense. I try to make it easier, but...
You did it.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically...
What's your interpretation of it?
You're in a party.
I'm an Urban Dictionary it later.
If you're in a party and you're just one dude walling out, throwing balls around, he's clearly drunk, he slurs speech, and someone's like, whose man's is this? It basically means like, come get this guy because he's about to get sent to the hospital. That's basically what it means. It's more of a call out. When you hear
saying this fucking human.
Yes, baby, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, that's gonna be
or to a lighted.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like when like an elephant acts up in India, they're like, someone needs to find this elephant and we're gonna put him down.
What the?
Like he's like stomping on everyone. That's the thing. Have you read? No, because it's just a thing. They're like,
what is a thing?
George Orwell.
Okay.
Killing an elephant.
All right.
It's a horrible story about how an elephant is acting up. Or, like an elephant is like destroying property.
Okay.
And they're like, whose elephant is this? And no one comes. And then he starts to. He's like he's like a British colonizer. And he starts
I
to
don't know. I
shoot the
feel like
elephant.
these days when elephants stomping shit out, we root for the elephant. Okay.
And it takes so long to die, and he realizes he's like committed to it, and the whole like half the village is watching. And it's like a horrifying scene.
That is definitely not what we
The beginning part of that premise is slightly in the realm of what Uni was saying, so I can live with that. The beginning part of that premise was. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a very provocative essay.
Thanks for explaining that to me. I did not know.
Well, no, but it's sort of like this is what colonization makes us do.
Okay.
You know, like I mean, I'm trying to develop a joke. I don't know how to make it funny about how like India was like colonized by England in part because of guns. Like first because of trading. Like, you know, but then it was like guns. You know. Like just to be like, I could put a hole in you.
Okay.
But how do we make that funny?
I mean, it's gonna be hard to do that. I'll tell you this though. In your example, your rantings, the entire British Empire will be whose man's is this? Because this crazy white person.
That's funny. Yeah.
Walling out. So I'm gonna take that and put that in the ball and say, so in the spirit of that, in this movie, who's your man's? Like who's like, who the fuck is this guy? Get him up out of here. What character in this movie encapsulates that?
Yeah. There it is.
There's a lot of choices.
$1 million question.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Could it be a woman?
It could absolutely be a woman.
Yeah, it could be man or woman. We say whose man's is this, but it's a general.
It's gender neutral.
Shelby? All right, like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like that.
But Lance, when he's like a football player, when he's like almost killing the writer.
Yeah.
Just because, like, but the fucked up thing is, like, he cheated on his girl so much.
So many times.
So much.
That's why I don't feel bad for him. I was like, nah, she gotta get a lick back. Let her get a lick back. It's good. I guess because more because of homeboy.
And like women, we don't like not many. At least I don't know. Like.
No, say it.
Like women, I don't know. Like we don't like to fuck randos. We like to fuck friends. Men we don't know aren't gonna murder us.
Yeah.
It's very practical.
That's key to your survival, I imagine. So yeah. No, you're right.
You're cool. You won't make this weird, right?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I'm in between dicks.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
What about you, Uni?
Oh man, it's fucking Harper. This movie would not exist if he didn't write a goddamn book about his friends. Just write a fantasy novel, nigga. What are you doing?
That's true. He could have just wrote some sci-fi.
Could have wrote anything else. Write a couple of issues of fucking Spider-Man. Submit to DC. Write some bullshit Batman books. Just do anything but write about your friends. Until you smash one of their homegirls. That's insane.
But he didn't say he smashed in the novel.
Don't even hint to it.
He hinted to it.
Yeah, he got too close to the sun. He's like Icarus. He got too close.
Yeah, which is what led to him having to admit.
Yeah, I should have been at the moon writing about some other bullshit.
Sometimes you
give your friends powers or something.
Yeah.
Confuse them. Make them a vampire. That's what I do.
I mean, no, but I feel like it was such a relatable story to people, and that's why it was going to resonate. But like it was beautifully done, and he had first-hand knowledge of it. That's how he was able to flesh it out. So that's the issue.
Give him superpowers.
That's a very good point because how is he able to do the math when he sat there and read the book that his friend had an affair with his fiance? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
he was reading the whole. He was reading the book.
Cuddled, yeah.
But how do you? But
he literally turned red in that scene.
Yeah, that was a good. I like that. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't read the whole book in that time frame.
He got the part he needed to get to.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, how did he just decide to himself, like, in his mind?
He was reading the book, bro.
But when?
You didn't see him in between.
He said in the beginning he was reading the book. Right. He did say he was reading the book.
He was enthralled, bro.
Yeah.
That was his Harry Potter.
I mean, in Harper's defense, this was what was that guy's name? His books were sold a lot back in the day. Zane?
Oh, yeah.
This is pre-Zane.
Yeah.
You aware of Zane? He basically writes books similar to what Harper wrote. Just like these, like...
insane shit. I'm smashing my baby mom from 3 years ago. It's like Fabio for black people.
Yeah. He was writing
like good Fabio
love stories and stuff, but for the urban community, and people was picking them up off the shelves.
Up.
Yeah, he's picking them up. And it was like coincidental that it was like years after The Best Man came out. It was like he sat there and was like, I don't got no friends I fucked over. I can make this shit work. Let's go. Yeah. So he wrote whatever.
Yeah. No one built his ass.
Yeah, nobody beat him up. So clearly
he must have did something right.
Yeah.
I don't read it, but like he made a lot of books. You ain't making that much books. Is someone gonna throw you off a balcony?
Or he did get beat up and
he just didn't care?
Yeah.
The money was just paying for a medical condition?
He's like, I fucked your wife too. That's my next book.
You broke my legs?
Like that.
I got these. I got the Professor X share from all the money I'm making.
Yeah.
So break my legs.
You saying Harper, and okay, and yours was Shelby, right?
And Lance for some of it.
Yeah. And Lance was right. You said Shelby and Lance in a strong second.
But also, like, what about Terrence Howard's character, who was literally like let him beat him up, and then like walked him and was like,
Nah. I'm gonna let the fuckboy get that because he was talking mad shit for the whole movie. Like, nah, I'm gonna let you get.
He stirred that shit up.
Yeah, he's stirring up the pot.
I'm gonna be real with y'all.
He planted it in Lance's head that she may have cheated.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
Yeah, that was.
But I thought Lance did it. That's a plot twist. It wasn't Lance. It was supposed to be the nice guy. Crazy.
But of course she slept with the nice guy, not the fuckboy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. They were close, you know.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and say Jordan.
Jordan?
Yep.
Cause she let niggas read the book?
Yes. However, it was also the fact that she knew that Harper was trying to move on with his life, found a woman that was right for him.
Oh yeah.
And then she bless you, brother.
Jesus. That girl, you know, like Lance was obsessed with Mia. Like Lance was so infatuated with Mia. The football player was so into her.
Yeah, because she.
Whereas I feel like the writer wasn't that into his girl.
Nah, he wasn't.
He wasn't
That's the
because
issue.
he didn't see it. So even though as weird as it sounds, even though Lance was very like he was like messing with her, like cheating on her and stuff like that, I guess whatever kept them afloat to be in love with each other was stronger than like all his mistakes. And then when she got her revenge, I guess it was like, all right, we're even. We can go back to loving each other. Whereas,
but he said the writer said he felt bad for introducing them.
Because he felt bad because like if I never introduced him, my
and he convinced her to take him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I never did that, you wouldn't have got your feelings
we
hurt.
wouldn't even be in this situation.
We wouldn't be in this situation. We would have been a regular. Yeah, we would have just hooked up and then it could have just moved on, or we probably would have got together, one or the other. That's why he probably was like that. Because when she started getting cheated on, he probably. All you can do is stand there. Yeah, you can just stand there and be like, damn, should have probably never hooked him up. I should have just let him be a football player and go out here and take the money and get with girls, whatever the case.
What he did anyway.
Right. He just did that knowing that he could come back home to something. Right. But I just feel like
what an expression.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's so visual.
Yeah.
Very evocative.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you see, what I'm saying? Like you see that this man is trying to change it. Like probably not even change his life, but just like move on and find new love. Finds new love in this woman who lives away from him. Or I think she lives in Chicago and he was just in Chicago. One or the other, whatever. Anyway, he has this new love in his life. And what do? You turn around and you be like, yo, make love to me tonight. After you already found out that man's already had an affair and was fucking up one relationship, you like, yeah, that means you don't give a fuck. So let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna let you smash. And you tempted homie to the point that he was at a bachelor party wild drunk. Like, yo, I'm about to go home and tear that up. And then he came back and was frustrated because he ain't know what to do. He's like, yo, I'm about to cheat on my girl. Just life's not going good. I got beat up by my friend. I almost died. And then you gonna open the door looking all sexy. And what you want me to do? And then the minute she opened the door, she's like, this is not a fresh sight. I'm not feeling this at all. How you expect anybody to feel? They just got beat up. They came to you just to probably heal up real quick and get some rest and maybe have sex. And then you just looking at them like,
he seemed too fucked up to have sex.
He was too fucked up.
Right?
There was no sex happening at that point. Yeah.
It was going to be bad.
Yeah.
I see,
He came to his actual girlfriend the next day, injured and hungover. That's crazy. It's bad enough you hungover. Injured too?
Yeah, he definitely might have broken a rib.
Yeah, he sat down just like... And this man's in shape, and he looked like he just like ran 20 miles or some shit.
That shit was crazy.
I'ma say her. She wasn't the worst character in the movie. She was not. But outside of the obvious who's mans like Merch and Shelby and Harper and Uncle Skeeter, all of the people that you could have obviously said, this one was it for me. And I'm also going to give a special who's mans is this to the first Hangover movie. Because on the low, you didn't tell us. We realized that there's a character in The Best Man named Merch, and he was basically this soft-spoken man who was very intelligent, but soft-spoken man who was getting punked by Shelby, which is why she said that's a who's man's. He was getting punked by Shelby every minute. He couldn't do nothing. And his boy, the fuck boy, was like, yo, fight back, speak up, grow a pair, did this, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the movie, right before the wedding, he decides, like, you know, because he meets a stripper, falls in love with a stripper, usual black people shit.
She reads Audre Lorde too, guys.
Yeah, she reads Audre Lorde. Apparently the stripper has a wonderful intellectual life outside of stripping. Yeah. When she's not stripping, she's reading some of the greatest.
She like placed a quote.
Yes. She stopped and was like, that's Audre Lorde. And he was like, how did you know? And even he was shocked because he's like, this stripper should not know who this is. Yeah. But she knew, which is cool. She was a stripper with an intellectual mind. And he brings her to the wedding the next day, which is wilding for respect.
That is wild for respect.
I almost said he was going to be my who's man's because of that.
Yeah, that was out of control.
Because he brought the stripper the night before.
Dumped his girl.
And then dumps his girl right after that. Like, yo, this is my new girl. You are done. We are through. I am out. And just boogies.
Right.
And
she stays though.
And she stayed and got lit, and then hooks up with the fuckboy, and then just like, all right, cool. In The Hangover, if you don't remember, Ed Helms' character was a smart dentist who kept getting punked, pushed around by his girl, pushed around by society, whatever.
Who was his girl?
Huh?
Do you remember who his girl was?
I don't remember who she was in terms of the character, but I know she kept punking him, and then. At the end of the movie, after he also falls in love, but in this case, it wasn't a stripper. I think it was just a prostitute. He decides to grow a pair, and then he calls her like a bitch in the middle of the reception after the wedding. So the Hangover like altered the scene, altered the whole storyline a little bit, but we know where they got it from.
I feel like that might be a common
10 years.
I'm sorry?
It was exactly 2009. Hangovers from 10. They were like crazy. 10 years. People have forgotten. That's out of the.
There you go. You see.
That's a long time.
Zoe knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's not. You could say it's a common because there is movies where there's like the soft-spoken punky person has to grow a pair. But the fact that it was both two weddings, I don't know, man. It was a little. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little on the nose.
Also, Harper did propose to his girl at his homeboy's wedding he almost destroyed. So that's.
I mean, that is wild for respect. And that is a who's man.
You asshole.
Yeah.
If I was Harper, I would have just left after he said the vows. All right, I'm out to Claire. My job is done. Anything happens after this is on you.
Yeah. You jumped the broom.
You stayed there for the whole thing. Like, nah, all right, I'm out.
You know what I mean?
Try to kill me.
Try to kill me. I probably wouldn't have came to that wedding. He's a better man than me.
What are you talking about,
now that I think about it, he's a better man than me.
What means?
Huh?
No,
I was saying because he almost killed him the night before, and then he showed up to the wedding just thinking that the wedding was still going on, and then talked him into marrying the same woman. And
invoking God.
Yeah, right. We forgot to mention that. Yeah, Harper.
The football player's super into God. Harper's an atheist.
Harper is an atheist.
Listen, I would have pretended for that moment. I ain't gonna hold you.
And that's a very rare trait in a black film, is to see somebody who's an atheist, especially a black person in a black film.
He was like adamantly an atheist.
Yeah, he was adamantly an atheist. Every time they brought up Jesus,
that's why he's not anymore by the end of the movie. You know, black community don't really fuck with atheists like that.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. It's not a common thing. If you hear a black person around black people, like, I'm not praying. Y'all can go ahead and pray.
Handsome. We have to make him more handsome.
We'll have to make him more handsome.
Hilarious.
They'll forgive the atheism by his handsomeness. Yeah, but it's not common. So shout out to Malcolm Lee for doing something that was very unique. I think that's probably the first atheist character I've seen in a black film.
If he would have stayed atheist, it would have been more. I think that's
for the white people, atheist.
He's trying to get the white people up.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's atheist? 2 tickets, please.
Wow.
Of course,
You didn't say all that.
You didn't say that. You should have led with that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they really have that,
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, if Morris Chestnut asked me to read him fucking Bible verses, I'll probably be atheist too. That was weird. That was weird as hell for him to do. Like, nah, bro, come on.
It's funny that he knew, or I think he just happened to land on thou shalt not commit adultery.
He knew that, John. He read the Bible.
Yeah.
He's just a hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite. Because to be an atheist, you have to have read...
I'm talking about Morris Chestnut being a hypocrite.
I was about to say, you had to have read some part of the Bible.
He kept making him read it because he was crying all the time after he kept cheating on her.
That's true.
So he probably read the Bible with him at least once a week. I had a boy like that.
Right.
Every week, bro, is him talking about him stepping out or like up row.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting that however much he stepped out on her, the football player stepped out on his girl.
Yeah.
He like really did deeply love her.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, right.
But he really fucked around on her.
Yeah.
And I feel like for women, we're like, how? But men are like, no, that's normal.
No, I'm gonna tell you as a man, that shit is not normal. That's a weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't care to do that.
Yeah,
but everybody, everybody's their own person. But I don't care to do that.
But I know men like that who are like,
I feel like
I love my wife, I don't want to leave her, but can we start an affair? And you're like,
one of my best. Yeah, I got a friend like that.
I feel like.
Why'd you tell me you weren't gonna leave her?
I feel like that's one for every 8th man. Most niggas ain't got time to be doing all that.
Oh right, yeah.
Like you got, if you're an NFL player, you got the resources to wild out. I'm not, a 9-to-5 dude can do it, but like you're just being an idiot at this point. Just go to Best Buy, bro. It'll be okay. Stick with your one girl is weird. I don't see it a lot.
That is a very interesting revenge because she did it for revenge.
Yeah.
So in the end,
comfort.
You said what?
I think it was comfort.
You think it was comfort? Why do you think it was comfort?
I think she slept with the writer out of comfort.
Oh yeah. So I was saying, like, why do you think that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because they're really close.
Ah. Okay.
Like they have that emotional bond.
Gotcha.
Like they said that she was saving herself for marriage in one scene. So like.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like she clearly wasn't, because that whole like pussy curse to my dick comment. But that's
why the scene didn't make any sense. So I was like, it doesn't even make a factor in it. You know,
okay, that was a plot hole. But he was like, rumor has it, saves yourself for marriage. Yeah, like that's what I heard.
Nah, I feel like I can't think. I never heard a rumor that someone was a virgin. I heard the complete opposite before.
In the movie?
It's just in life.
Oh, man.
No,
like I said,
college,
people gonna be
she
people.
said that she was saving herself for marriage.
She did.
But then she probably fell in love with the football player who still fucked around on her, even though she was like, never mind.
Hey, she fucked homeboy then, so she really wasn't though.
Well, she was saving herself for marriage, and then things changed.
I'm saying, like with that mindset, she only would fuck a very close friend.
That's true.
That's true.
Like, I don't think it was out of spite that she was sleeping with his best friend. I think it was just because she was like, you're the other male I feel safe sleeping with.
Yeah,
right.
That's
fair. She's not sleeping around. She would only sleep with someone that close.
His male.
He interpreted it.
Yeah, his male brain ain't thinking that at all. His male brain is not thinking that at all.
Yeah,
you got me back, bitch. Who's my friend?
Her revenge.
His mind, he's like he got hit with a nuke.
Yeah,
but I thought we were using pistols.
No, her revenge worked like it worked. It was super effective.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, I guess it wasn't.
They still got. I mean, she still wanted to be with him and marry him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what did we see when he was getting married? He was standing there and he was having visions.
Vietnam flashbacks and something he didn't even see.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Because that's all you. Because at that moment, that's all you can do. All you can do is vision like what had happened. You don't want to, but you're replaying an imaginary thing in your mind.
Well, he's also probably threatened because he's like, that probably meant more to her.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
All of my fuck round.
Hell yeah.
Right.
If it was the extras, he wouldn't have cared. Oh, when these extras, I don't even know your name. You're fine.
I mean, I would have been more mad at Harper too, so it's fine. Because I would have been like, damn, you could have at least told me, bro. Like,
her
tried. In the bathroom, he was gonna.
He always tried. That's the one thing I'll say about when he said, that's a common trope. You got something to tell me?
Yeah.
Never mind. And then when they're mad, why did you tell me? But I'm glad that it worked out that way. Because remember, he beat him up and almost killed him in a balcony. And Terrence Howard had to talk him off of killing him, right?
Yeah.
Well, he was going to tell him before.
I know. And then I think it would have
been They were in the bathroom and he locked the door.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yo. He would have smelled like hell.
Football player locked the door.
The football player locked the door.
That's attention because you feel like, oh, he figured it out now. Like, no, he didn't.
He would have definitely died. There would have been no sequel. He would have died. That would have been it.
You don't think if you told him that it would have been, he would have been less angry?
It probably would have been calmer. He probably would have got
Or him
punched
to
maybe once.
figure it out.
He didn't have to read the book.
Right. He would have definitely got punched once.
Yeah.
It would have been a quick, like a quick, it wouldn't have been that combo he was doing and stage transitions and all that shit. Yeah, it wouldn't have been none of that. He broke a bathroom.
Property.
Yeah.
He was breaking property on him.
That's when you know that contract was real, fam. That pen was good. The team was good with the pen work. Because my man broke a whole hotel room and kept it moving. And then pulled up to the wedding in the same outfit like it was nothing.
We don't even know what he did. Yeah, we don't even know what he was doing.
I like to believe that he just kind of walked around New York City like wild drunk, just pissed off. Just like, why the fuck they do that?
That's what dudes do, bro. We just walk around when we hurt.
Apparently, also, dudes just take bottles to the face at bachelor parties.
Yeah, that was out of control.
They just down a whole bottle of liquor.
And this is before any conflict.
Yeah, I was like, fam,
It wasn't like post.
Yeah, it was post beatdown. You're right.
It wasn't. It was pre.
It was pre beatdown. You're right. I'm sorry.
Were here.
That's why I was like, why is he taking a whole bottle of vodka to the face?
That stripper scene was a lot.
It was a lot.
For the scene,
it was
only 3, but it was like 2 girls at once, and like the one who stole Merch's heart.
Yeah.
With Audre Lorde.
Hey, Regina Hall, that's it. Yeah, no choice.
So the fuckboy said, nothing better than pussy than new pussy.
Yeah, that was a very common thing that used to be said.
Nothing better than pussy than new pussy. So old pussy not good after that?
No, bro. You didn't listen to what he's saying?
That means he don't want to be in a relationship. All right, cool. Got it. Clearly.
And then Terrence was like, women are just as scandalous. And the guys are like, not all women.
Not all women, bruh. Come on now.
And the guy goes, my little angel. And then he very quickly, the football player's like, she's my little angel. And then he quickly is like, listen, her pussy carves to this dick.
Yeah,
that was like a weird joke. He's like, I love her so much, and she's just mine. Like, it was such a weird, like, love dominance.
Saying anybody else even tries, it ain't gonna fit right. It'll be like hitting edges. That's insane.
That's insane.
It's very visual.
Insane.
Yeah, like what?
It was well written. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it was well written. Some of the bars is crazy.
Lance, the football player, was like, God's smile is on you. And then Harper was like, I make it happen. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm the reason. Like, I'm the driving force of my life. And he's like, you're such a fool that you don't see that faith is a part of this. He's like, but I have no fucking faith. How could it be?
Yeah.
It's interesting for me because I grew up a secular Jew. So, like, I never had a, like it was like, we have morals. We treat people right. But, like, we don't believe in, like, we're a Jew for the cultural cachet that once was.
Hilarious. Yeah. Hey, listen. You might have to play up that red hair or something. I don't know what to tell you. You might have to.
You have to.
You might have to play up the red hair. You got
red hair, something. Yeah.
Which?
You said you like the cachet that.
Cultural cachet.
Yeah, you might have to play up the red.
What? I look Irish.
Yeah.
A woman said the most funny. I was at the. It's okay.
I didn't want to say
this
that.
This is hilarious. I was at a 4:30 open mic, and I did my set, and I was talking to this woman who's like a comic, and she's like, she's older. She's like, you're so funny, and she finds out my last name Levy, and she's like, I knew you were a Jew. You couldn't tell, but you're too smart to be Irish.
Oh, that's super racist.
I was like, whoa.
Wow.
That's insane.
Whose woman is that? Jesus,
like
take the
in
wheel.
Her 50s or 60s,
yeah, wow.
No filter, no filter.
She wildin'.
But I was like, that's a stereotype. Irish are dumb, okay.
I haven't heard that stereotype in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Great. It felt very dated. It was such a nice compliment. She's like, you're too hot to look Jewish, but you're not silly.
Yeah. You're too hot.
But you're too smart to be
Irish. This is a self-made person.
It was like the nicest, most racist compliment.
I don't think it was. I think you should have told her to touch some grass.
Yeah. Anyway. In a nutshell, I was the best man. Usually we ask a question as in like if they remade the movie or something, but in this case, they made a sequel years after the first one, and then they made a sequel technically in the form of a TV show years after the second movie. So that's a question that you get spared from today because
A remake would just be who's hot and black now.
Yeah.
Instead of shit skipping on a DVD or CD player, be like, you get interrupted with ads.
Right.
Just update the tag.
Right. Are you aware of what it means to jump the broom? Because they did that scene in there. Did you know what that meant?
I understand that it's a black wedding practice, but I don't understand the cultural significance. So if you
I'm Caribbean, so I don't really get it either. You stupid.
I like your answer. So long story short, when you put the broom down as tradition, basically it's a black thing. You put the broom down, we jump over the broom. It's to say that we are sweeping away the past to start anew.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know
So you're
that.
jumping the broom, you're sweeping away whatever the past.
Very meaningful to that couple.
Exactly, and that's why they did it they were probably going to do it anyway because it was a black wedding, but they definitely made sure to do it.
That was like a comment at the top. The writer, the best man to the broom, he was like, whatever I have to do, I'm going to get you over that broom.
Because he was like, I want to get this ahead of us.
Yeah.
Because once you two get married, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot talk about this no more. So that was their way of saying, like, we're going to sweep this under the rug, we're going to keep it moving, and that's it.
I don't know why he just didn't write the goddamn book after they got married.
It was supposed to be released after they got married.
Supposed to not write the goddamn
But then she got the release. Jordan got the release
early. Yeah.
There's no way I'm risking that, bro.
Would you still release the book after all of that?
It's already coming out.
Yeah, he toiled on it way on
Yeah, because I was about to say, that's Oprah Book Club. Yeah,
but it's also,
I'm in there.
it's his ticket to success.
To a better life. Come on now.
Yeah.
I wrote things about.
He's not a football player.
Yeah, like I'm about to be a big time writer. Come on now.
I wrote shit about my friends.
Guess which
but
one is
that shit's not
longevity?
That's just not going to see the light of day until everybody's done what they've done, if at all. That's crazy. I'm not going to risk it.
Well,
this whole weekend could have been avoided. He'd be like, I'm just not right.
Look out for shit he got to say about me when he retires for the game.
Nah, bro. See, all my shit is like involves like steampunking, like science, like fighting vampires and shit. So you're good.
Okay, Blade.
Yeah, bro.
See you, my guy.
Nah, bro, I'm not be like, I fucked your homegirl 10 years ago. Confession. No, that's stupid. Don't do that. Write anything but that.
We're gonna be like, you hit me with that best man shit now.
Yeah, that's insane. It's like.
Yeah, we could go on and on about this movie, but this was actually me and we are in good spirits because this was actually one of the better Hood films what have we done? At least the last 2 or 3 Hood films have just been like, what? All right.
I like the last one, but it's not. This is a classic.
You like Wild Style?
No.
All right then. So now I'll play it. The last few Hood films have been up and down. Let's put it that way. But once when he told me he wanted to do this one, I said, I didn't object because this was actually a good movie.
Yeah. Holidays coming. Let's do something. Well, it's not as light as I thought. He tried to murder his homeboy.
Yeah.
I forgot how ratchet this movie
gets a little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fooled by the professional, pretty-looking black people. Oh, these are just niggas
very
doing
pretty
hood
black
shit.
people.
Yeah.
Apparently,
these niggas doing hood shit.
The sequel movie and the TV series, you thought the first one was messy. It's Super Saiyan messy.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
It gets worse. So
you always have to do that with the sequel.
Yeah, you always gotta ramp it up.
You know that good story we told you?
Yeah.
Watch it on steroids.
Watch it on steroids, exactly.
Hey, listen, sold.
And what's good about this is this was our Thanksgiving one, and we decided, that's why we asked you to stay till the end. We decided for the Christmas episode, we're gonna do the Best Man Holiday. And our guest is...
Yeah.
It's going to be the same person.
He doesn't want to have to explain 16 different characters with 14 different backstories.
Yeah, it'll make it a lot easier. You just sit right here and go,
But at this point, I'm like, you know what? That's fair.
That's fair.
A lot happened. I'm not going to say they'd be okay.
Yeah.
So he fucked her,
right.
But her name is actually this in the book. Like, nah.
Yeah. Then they miss a pivotal scene because you're telling them about an old scene.
Yeah.
Versus Zoe, who's already been here, and she's sitting there like...
that's a little bit easier.
You know, that fuckboy is still a fuckboy. And we could be like, yeah, I know. And we could go right back to watching it.
He's dressing a little better this season.
He's trying to be a little better. Trying to be a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Explain none
so,
of that.
for the first time ever, we're doing back-to-back guests. We've never done that before. We're doing the same guests back-to-back. Basically, the same movie franchise. We've never done that before on our podcast.
I gotta. There's not a lot of Christmas black people movies. And the fact, this is a sequel 10 years after the fact. And it's a Christmas
16
movie?
years after the fact.
16 years after the fact, and that's a Christmas movie?
No, The Hangover's 10 years.
Yeah, that's a high school career. That's crazy.
Yeah, we want to give it a little bit of space so that way when we do this movie, Hopefully next year there's another. There is like a couple of holiday hood films.
Yeah,
but
they're dropping a new one.
Right, but there is no, like we told y'all when we did Soul Food, there is no Thanksgiving hood film. I don't think there's a Thanksgiving film outside of. Well, there is, but whatever. There's no Thanksgiving hood film. So this is by default our Thanksgiving hood film, just like Soul Food was by default our Thanksgiving hood film. So Zoe, we want to thank you once again.
Thank you guys for having me.
You know what I'm saying?
This is lovely.
Yeah, exactly. You are an entertainer like us. Would you like to let these people know where they can find you?
Yes, Zoe, Zoe, no Y, Levy, yes, a Y, comedian on Instagram, and that's it. That's all I do.
That's all
Just
she do.
Instagram. But I produced a show at the Whiskey Cellar. Come through Sunday, November 26th, 8 p.m. The tail end of Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, so after you finish.
Can I tell you the lineup?
Talk.
Mika Mo versus Adam Mueller. It's not a roast. It's just a battle of sexes.
Oh.
Andre Mitchell's my co-producer.
Okay.
He's going to be the host.
Okay.
Sarah Barnett and Humza Chowdhury. And Crenshaw White against Claire Donaher. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lit. Not many seats, though, so...
Oh, so you better...
Yeah, it's Whiskey Cellar. It's a small, it's a
small
kill
venue.
box.
So is it RSVP or is it...
Yeah, we're dropping the Eventbrite tomorrow morning, Andre and I.
Got you. So make sure you check her out, follow her.
I'll be performing.
November 26th, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll definitely make sure we have this episode airing before that time so you can see, because I want to bring it out late and you're like, well, I said that for nothing.
We'll cut that.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. No, we're definitely.
Damn.
Our plan is to get this out before Thanksgiving Day, so people can listen to it during their holiday weekend when they have nothing to do after they
argue with their folks about some bullshit.
Right. Turn on Welcome to My Hood Films. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to My Hood Films, and then you go watch Best Man while you're listening to the three of us talk about Best Man. And you can know what parts are coming up and go, yo, Zoe was right, yo, Shelby, whose man's is this? Like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
I'm so happy I know what that means now.
I'm glad you you have something to go out with and talk to people and be like, when you hear the just.
I love that you're from here. You're just walking around your life wondering like, what do they mean by that?
I think I read it though. I don't think I heard it.
Oh, read it?
I was like, that's a funny thing.
What?
Is this like a feminist statement?
It's
That was
definitely not.
It's a feminine statement.
It could be. It could be.
I love it. I love it. That's why
is.
That's exactly why you coming back here for the next one. In a few weeks, you will be back here. Woody will contact you. Yeah. You will be right here on this TV watching.
And we didn't see the next one, so it's going to be a surprise to all of us.
Yeah, we actually, none of
I did not know there was a sequel at all.
I did, but I didn't see it.
Okay. I didn't even know until the show existed. Like, wait, what?
So this will be a new movie for all three of us. Yeah. So we'll be watching it next time. Make sure you follow me and Uni on our podcast's page, which is Welcome to My Hood Films Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. You can check us out on X at Welcome, WELCOM, number 2, and Hood Film. And of course, you can subscribe to us here at Turn Up Mo Productions on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and so much more. So we're going to cap it here. We wish you all the best for Thanksgiving. Have a safe Thanksgiving. Don't go broke on Black Friday. And for you business owners, enjoy Small Business Saturday. And make sure you come out to Zoe's show on Sunday. We're going to call that Zoe Sunday. You feel me? So this has been Welcome to My Hood Films. It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Tony Francis.
Woo, Zoe Levy.
And we are off this, people. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.